You might not be able to pick Oliver Stone out of a lineup, but I'm sure you'll know some of the films that he's written and directed. Movies like Scarface, Platoon, Wall Street, JFK, and Natural Born Killers are icons of the silver screen. So who is Oliver Stone? Where did he come from? What makes him tick? What is the story behind his early career? All these questions are answered in his autobiography entitled Chasing the Light. The description reads as follows. Before the international success of Platoon in 1986, Oliver Stone had been wounded as an infantryman in Vietnam and spent years writing unproduced scripts while driving taxis in New York, finally venturing westward to Los Angeles and a new life. Stone, now 73, recounts those formative years with the in-the-moment details of the high and low moments. As noted in the introduction, the book covers the first 40 years of Stone's life. And what I found really interesting was that as he moves through his own personal timeline over the course of the book, he relates things that happened to him personally and provides examples of how those experiences or moments ended up in scripts. For example, a lot of the anger at the system and at the man that Tony Montana has in Scarface was funneled from Stone's own personal frustration with American hypocrisy over Vietnam and with the Hollywood industry in general. It was a fascinating insight into how Stone's mind works. Also, from an insights point of view, I found the descriptions of what goes on behind the scenes to get a film made really fascinating. Also, how much of a mountain of work a director has to do. The odds are stacked against them right from the start. And speaking of a mountain of work, one of my favourite passages in the book was towards the end, where Stone describes the post-production process of editing, sound design, and distribution. In his wonderful flowing style, Stone details all the pain and joy of all the myriad things involved. The book has its slow parts, but overall it's a really interesting read. It finishes at the point where Salvador and Platoon were gaining momentum, and he's starting to get offers from all directions, and his own creative juices are beginning to kick into high gear. The seeds of Wall Street have just been sown, so it all kind of ends on a cliffhanger. But that leaves things wide open for a follow-up book on the second 40 years of his life. If and when that comes out, I will gladly pick it up and continue the fascinating story of Oliver Stone's life.